What's poppin', everybody? Hope y'all are doing good. We're going to be doing just a regular check-in. We're going to do a collective love reading. It's been, a couple days now? A few days now? I think 3 days since I posted my last one, and then 5 days before the one before that. So, yeah, we're just going to tap in and just see what's good, man. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, I hope you guys are good, man. We're going to take a deep breath, say a prayer, and just tap in. Alright, pray to God, Spirit, my guides, my angels, my ancestors, to help myself, the collective, and anybody watching to see the clearest messages for the highest good of all involved in our love and relationships for a timeless love reading. So yeah, man, we are nearing the end of July. We're going to be using the Golden Dawn Tarot, and then we're going to close out with magical spell cards, and we're going to see what's good, man. Let's just tap in. Not really going for anything in particular. I just put a daily out today, so on jstarotservice, and I also am offering personal readings now. So if you do want a personal reading, the email is in the description. Send me an email. We can book something for you. But if not, just enjoy the video. All the good stuff. Thank you for all your likes and subscribes and the comments. I do appreciate them very much. So, but let's just see what's going on, man. I don't really have anything in particular that I'm going for, other than just like reading. Just gonna do an intuitive read like we usually do. Just tap in, see what happens. They're usually extensions of the dailies anyways, so I guess we'll see. We got one card out. A few cards out, so not really a bad start. I mean, bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. I would say that's a pretty great start. I think this is kind of an extension of what we were talking about last time I did a collective reading, because I do think this card came out. I mean, we're doing a love reading, right? So it's like whatever it is you're dealing with, I'm hearing a couple of different things. If this is the energy between you and your person, this is something where this is mutual. I think you both are thinking about the long term here. Even if you're not with this person now, I feel like this is still the new relationship that we're tapping into, this new energy that's been coming in for a lot of the collective. Let's pop this open. It's a new energy that's coming in for the collective, right? It's a new energy of long-term commitment, all the stuff that people are usually looking for in these types of relationships. And I feel like that's kind of what we're starting to see now, specifically with this new person you're dealing with. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a situation where it's moving slowly. Yeah, it is Pentacle energy, so it is moving slowly, but it's this energy of like, if this is going to be long-term, there's no need to rush it, right? I feel like there's a lot of different things that you're both working through individually, and that's kind of what's allowing you both to see the clear picture of this relationship. I'm going to look at the cards, though. We had a few cards that came out. Okay, we do have Temperance Reverse. We do have the, what is this, Nine of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Star. We have Seven of Pentacles, and then back to Temperance. So this is almost exactly what came out for the daily. You saw me, I shuffled the deck a bunch of times. So I guess it's kind of a story time. This is just kind of like a mutual energy I think you guys are both going through. I mean, if we're going through if we're going off of an extension of what we've been reading for the daily, just a synopsis on the daily. The general message for the daily is your person wanted to make an offer, but they're not entirely sure how to go about it. The vision I got for that was somebody walking along a beach. It was like a sunset, and they just found a shell. They picked up the shell and they were like, oh, I want to give this to my person. So it's this energy of your person kind of biding their time, not entirely sure how or when to come forward, kind of waiting for these stars to align, right? We have the star here. So what I'm seeing, though, is with this energy, the Temperance Reverse, and again, I feel like this is the card that's extending on the daily, because all the other cards came out for the daily. Pretty much every single one, except we got like, for the daily, we got like the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, but we don't have the 10 of Cups here or the 9 of Pentacles, which also came out. But what I'm seeing, it's like there's going to be an end to this hot and cold energy. Okay, I feel like your person has realized that their indecision, their indecisiveness is the same thing. Their in and out behavior, there's a word I'm looking for, their inconsistency. I feel like that's coming to an end. I feel like that's kind of why we're seeing this 9 of Swords energy. Your person's been caught in their head for a while now. I feel like I think both of you have been caught in your head. I feel like because of this person's inconsistencies with this Temperance card, there's this energy of your person and you just kind of questioning the relationship. Like, I think this is something that started out, it was kind of like a little bit smaller, like 7 of Pentacles, right? It's not like the full 10 or the 8, but it's kind of like deciding to invest, kind of making the decision like, okay, can this grow into something? Kind of really taking time to evaluate your own emotions here with the 9 of Cups. This can be, wish fulfillment, indulgence in a relationship, but I feel like in this situation here, There's been this need to kind of take a step back and work through these anxieties and stuff, okay? And really come to this sense of understanding like this is something that really can be built upon. It is still in the beginning stages, but it is something that can be built upon, and that's kind of what I'm seeing both you and your person are going through right now. We did see a little bit of a mini separation, right? It's kind of what we were talking about on the daily. So it's not even like a separation. I know I say a mini separation because it's not something where like you don't see this person or you don't actually interact with them. It's not like that. It's not like a no contact situation, right? What I see when I see energy like this with the Nine of Swords and the Star, it's like this spirit. The universe is essentially placing you guys in a space of working through your triggers. This is the card of just feeling triggered. I feel like these new beginnings going on are really triggering you because it's like not something that I think you're used to. I think one thing that tends to happen in new relationships that are healthy, especially when there's really no conflict or anything, it's kind of this energy of like, okay, well, even if it is a conflict, even if it's a minor conflict, it's this energy of recognizing like, okay, this actually has the potential to go where I want, and I think that energy is mutual. I think you're both now realizing, okay, this is actually like a lot deeper than I thought it was. And you know what's interesting at what I am seeing here? It looks like the same character here if you look at this, right? You had the Temperance character and then you have this character here on the Star. They're both holding the same cups, and it's almost kind of like this inconsistency is coming to an end, and now both are being poured into one, right? Both souls poured into one soul. This could be soulmates, twin flames, however you want to look at it. Regardless, these inconsistencies are coming to an end, and I feel like the inconsistency had to do with the anxieties, and either you or both of your, I think it was both of you. It really feels like both of you kind of stepped back, pulled your energies back a little bit, and just a lot of mirroring going on. I feel like you guys are really mirroring each other, okay? That's kind of what I see here with this Nine of Cups. So you have each other here. You have each threes. I always see the Three of Cups as like a person for some reason when I see cards like these. And then you have the energy in between, and you're just kind of mirroring each other right now. However, this does look like something that's going to be growing. You're going to be investing in this. Your person, both of you, I would say, are actually choosing to invest in this relationship, however that looks. That can be something where you're starting as friends and taking things slowly, but this seems like a situation where you have known this person for a little bit. This could be a few months now. I feel like you have both kind of seen each other in passing. This is the story that we've been tapping into, where you've kind of interacted with each other here and there, and then there's a situation where you both have become aligned. You both have aligned with each other now. You both could have been in different relationships. That was something that was coming up in a reading I was watching that I resonated with. I don't know if you guys watch Queen Cup. That was something that she was talking about, and it's something I've been picking up on as well as in my personal situations and stuff that I've been getting in my readings. And it's like I feel like you both are just now kind of aligning with each other. And this is something we've been tapping into in the dailies too, and it's something where I feel like the collective is going through this phase where a lot of old relationships are being let go of, right? I feel like a lot of these Nine of Sword energies are being closed out, and these are due to the past relationships that we have dealt with. I feel like it has a lot to do with this Ten of Cups or Ten of Pentacles energy. It's like karmic situations closing out so that these kinds of situations can come in that are going to be long-term, emotionally fulfilling, and all the things. I feel like you guys both have very similar morals and values, and that is why you guys are aligning right now. Let's go ahead and just pull some cards. I'm going to pull this 10 out. Well, yeah, we're going to go and just pull some cards. We're not going to do too much bottom of the deck stuff. If it comes out, sure. But it's like I kind of want to pull some cards for you guys and do some stories. Okay, so we're going to do a story time. We got a big stack. Okay, we do have the 10 of Swords. Okay, I feel like there has been a situation where it almost seems like the situation is over. And what I'm hearing with that is, yes, things are ending, but not in the way you think they are. It's like a phase of your relationship is closing out so that a new phase can begin. I feel like there's this phase where you guys kind of like, you were taking it slow. You were kind of, here and there. It wasn't really all in. There was no all in. There was like a one foot in, one foot out. I think you both were involved with other people over time, and I think now you guys are getting into a situation where that phase is closing out. That kind of inconsistent energy and anything that was kind of keeping you two from aligning is closing out. And a lot of the time Spirit will put us in situations and put people upon our paths to help us release old situations. And I feel like that's kind of what this person is helping you do. They're helping you let go of anything from your past that was holding you back in the first place. Keeping in mind that every single person and situation that you get involved with, relationships, they're going to lead you down a deeper path of growth. It's like it's here to help you grow mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and I feel like this situation is no different. This is something where you're really learning to move past anything that was keeping you stuck. You're letting go of this backstabbing energy. I feel like you're really facing the ways in which you've been backstabbed by in the past, and this person is helping you release that, because it doesn't really feel like this person is doing this to you. I feel like this person is triggering this in you because you are afraid of that happening. 10-10 on the counter, and it's this energy of like, okay, well, I really don't want to be in a situation like that again, but it's being self-aware enough to know when you are and are not in another situation like that. And to me, the situation does not look or feel that way, right? Because we have the Fool under that. And so it's the Fool energy, guys. This is the newness. This is the playfulness that is returning to your life because of this connection here. This is something where I feel like a lot of us have been in this space of looking for something like this. And now that we're actually here, we're kind of like, wait a minute, what about this? What about that? But it's like, okay, well, are you actually seeing anything like that? Is this person actually doing or saying anything that's actually like doing that to you? It doesn't feel like it, to be quite honest. If I'm being honest, it doesn't really seem like that. It seems like you're kind of needing to just let go of all of this, man. I feel like you're both mirroring each other. You guys are in this space of like, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? Well, what if that doesn't happen? What if things work out? What if this newness that you're experiencing is actually going to lead to what it is you both want? Are you willing to take the step? Are you willing to take that next leap of faith? And I kind of feel like that's where this energy is coinciding right now. You guys are kind of in this space where, okay, you've been here and there. I feel like I already said this, but you've been kind of here and there, in and out for a little bit, and now a decision is being made to move forward with this. Okay, yeah. What is this? 8 of Cups. Again, releasing anything that was not serving you, walking away from emotional disappointments. But I feel like this is a fear of rejection. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this card. I feel like your person is afraid to come forward. They're afraid to go into this because they are afraid of being rejected. They are afraid that you're going to walk away from them. They may be afraid that this is even over to an extent. I feel like there's an energy of you're both like wondering, like, is this little mini separation? Maybe you guys are choosing to not interact as much, maybe because you both pulled your energy back. You're not sure how the other person feels. You don't know if this is going to lead to the 10 of Cups, because you're like, wait a minute, I'm like so stuck in my head, I've been through so much. Is this really what I think it is? It's almost like this energy of like, is this too good to be true? And it really doesn't feel like that. It really doesn't, because there's a lot of deep emotions there with the Queen of Cups. I think you both are, again, mirroring each other. And I feel like that's a difficult thing to face when you're facing deep emotions, because it's hard to accept the fact that you're causing these feelings in another person if they're causing them in you. And I'm not talking about toxic karmic stuff. This is like divine relationships. Like, we don't really tap into that stuff here. Excuse me, I got a hair on my mouth. Yeah, there's like a hair there. We don't really tap into the karmic stuff here anymore. I mean, that comes up, you know, when there's like other people involved. And that was kind of what came up in the last collective reading we did. But I feel like all of that's being let go of. I feel like all of the outside opinions have been let go of. The outside influences are just really not even being brought into the equation, because it doesn't really make any difference. I feel like you guys both know how you feel about each other, especially since you've taken this slowly. And that's what we were tapping into as well when we did the reading 5 days ago. Well, yeah, about 5 days ago, 5-6 days ago. There's this energy of you guys both did not want to mess things up. You guys both want to take things slowly, and I don't feel like that has changed. Okay, so I feel like because you decided to take things slow, you didn't rush into a commitment, you haven't rushed into anything really. I feel like you just both were just, okay, like, touch and go. It wasn't something where it's like, let's jump all in, let's do this. It was like, okay, I see that this is a connection that's been around for a while. We've both been involved with other people, but this person has always kind of been there, and I've always actually enjoyed their presence. And I feel like that's the mutual energy now. It's recognizing that, like, this little kind of pullback is making you realize, like, okay, maybe I actually don't want to let go of this person. Maybe this person is meant to be in my life to a degree, especially if it's a healthy connection, especially if it's something where none of you have done or said anything that has caused any trouble. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm seeing here and experiencing here. There is none of that, even though you may be triggered by the energy pullback. It's an interesting energy, right? But it's like, it's new, it's fresh, and I think that's kind of what's confusing here. This is the Page energy, right? This is the Page of Cups. This is a new emotional experience for both of you. I think we have all had our own personal experiences with toxic relationships and healthy relationships that turn toxic. But this here is something where I don't think you have the experience with that. And I think that's why you're both feeling like this right now, because you're like, wait a minute. Not only have we taken things slowly, Not only do we have mutual feelings, but this is something that I don't think either of us have experienced, and I kind of feel like this is the energy that's coming through. It's like, yeah, there are the deep emotions. Like this connection it's growing, it's upgrading, the emotions are maturing, and I think you both have matured here, and you're recognizing that, okay, this is an actual mature, healthy connection, but it still has that childlike, playful nature to it because it's fresh and it's new. Even if it's not new, it still feels new. It feels like, because you guys are both growing as people, keeping in mind when you come together with somebody in a divine connection, you're both going to not only trigger each other to grow, just because you're going to recognize how you need to step up to be able to show up in a relationship like this, but by doing so, it's going to trigger the people around you, the people connected to you, and it's going to force them to grow too. And a lot of the times you're going to see people around you, I don't want to say like act crazy, but it's like people are going to be affected by the new energies you bring into your life, and that goes to say, that goes to say that, I'm trying to figure out a way to say it. It's the same thing as we were talking about back in the old twin flame readings, whereas like you bring somebody into your life and how you choose to move affects those people. This might have been some of the July monthlies that we did actually, and I don't know whose reading it was, one of the last 4 I think. And it was this energy of like understanding that the energy you associate with affects the people around you, and it's no different here. You associating with each other, being such high vibing divine beings, is naturally affecting everybody around you. I would say to a betterment. What's the opposite of detriment? Betterment? There's a word, I'm sure, I can't think of it. But yeah, we're tapping into the next. Oh, I thought there's a car that's parked, and I thought they were like pulling up further to watch the reading, but they're just fixing their car, it looks like. Anyways, but so we got the Prince of Swords. Okay, there's going to be some communication coming in. This is the Knight of Swords. Princes in this cup are knights. And there's this energy. It looks like they did fix their car. They've parked in a spot that looks like they can see me better. I don't know if they're watching the reading. They were here when I got here, but it's not really a big deal because there's not a bunch of people. But anyways, man, Prince of Cups, okay? Prince of Swords, excuse me. So it's this energy of like there's going to be some conversations coming in. Sorry, there's like a hair that looks like it's like right, you know when you have a hair like right near your eye but you can't find it? It's not in my eye, but it's like right fucking by my eye. I don't know. But I feel like there's going to be some communication coming in. I feel like whatever this separation period you've been in is coming to an end. And sorry, it looks like I only have 4 fingers. I think it looks kind of funny. But it just feels like this is coming to an end. Oh no, they're leaving their car. I can see them walking by me. They're deciding to leave. I don't want to look because I don't want to be weird, but they're walking. They're not close or anything, but I'm like, where are you going? So they're leaving. They're not watching the reading. So now it's just us, guys. It's just us in this nice chill spot that I have decided to read in as I like it. I feel a lot more secluded here. I'm not surrounded by a bunch of different people and cars and stuff. But anyways, back to the Prince of Swords. This is going to be really, really nice. This is going to be something that I think you both have been wanting. There's going to be mature, healthy, swift communication. We're going to see what this is revolving. I'm sure the next card out is going to tell us. Yeah, this is going to talk... I don't know why I'm laughing. This is going to talk about commitment, right? This is going to talk about the future. This is somebody, Queen of Pentacles, somebody who is... They're hardworking. They know what they want. They are mature. They are... I mean, just an overall amazing person is what I feel like with this kind of... It can be an earth sign. I don't really go too much into the signs. I mean, you guys know signs and time are fluid on this channel, so it's not something where we really tap into it too much. But it feels like that's what's going to be talked about here. You guys are going to be talking about the future. You're going to be talking about the plans, like what you both want out of life. You're going to maybe even decide to work together to do so. You know, it's going to be a really interesting time going into the rest of the year. I mean, I feel like we kind of talked about how the last half of the year, yeah, the security guard is back. See how many times the security guard comes by during the reading. They usually show up at least once or twice when I'm reading. I don't think it's the same person, but oh, it looks like it might be the same person. Oh, they're not coming by me this time though. No, they're just going a different way. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, but Queen of Pentacles, I feel like there's going to be some serious talks of commitment coming in here. This is going to be long-term discussions, guys. Going back to this, yeah, this is where we left off at, okay? So again, recapping these cards, right? Ending of the serious cycles, ending of the arduous cycles, letting go of anything that's holding you back. I feel like that's why this mini separation is happening, so this new beginning can happen, so the confusion can be cleared. I feel like any confusion that has been going on is going to be let go of. Any emotional disappointments are going to be let go of. Talking about your fears, I feel like this is also what's coming up. You're going to be speaking about the fear of what you do and don't want to happen, but it's like the universe is asking you, like, what do you want? And manifesting from that place is kind of what I feel like is coming up here. Again, discussing the deep emotions, enjoying the newness of the connection, And I'm just talking about commitment, right? Let's go ahead and look a little bit into this. I mean, what can you expect out of this connection, right? Let's say with this new person that you're dealing with, this new relationship, this is a very healthy relationship, by the way. What can we expect here moving forward from this person? And collective inner person, what do we got going on here? It does look like, again, there's going to be a conversation coming in. You already kind of see what that's going to be about. This is somebody you may have known for a little bit already. And keep in mind, this is a situation I'm talking about where this is somebody that you're like involved with. This isn't like a no contact, like I haven't spoken to this person in months. This is something where you've been consistently involved with this person over the past few months, and you maybe aren't always talking, or you don't really speak much. Maybe your conversations haven't really gone outside of, you know, where you see them, right? Because we were talking about this had to do with like being in a workspace, a work environment. I mean, that is kind of what we were seeing over the course of this situation here. And so I just feel like this is something where, God, excuse me, this is something where it's like, this isn't like a no contact thing. This maybe is something where you're not talking as much, or you're not really interacting as much, and you're kind of taking your space to evaluate things. But this isn't something where like the relationship is over. There wasn't any fights or anything. There was no arguments. It's just something where it's like, okay, let's just like take a little bit of time. You know, we're probably very busy with work. Let's do our thing, and when we come back together, we'll see what happens. Okay? Yeah. I feel like that's kind of the energy you guys are. Oh my God, excuse me, I have a little bit of gas. I'm drinking too much coffee or something, or water, I don't know. But this is something you guys are working through, man. The Ten of Wands. This is the burdensome energy, letting go of the burdens. The situation may have been burdensome for both of you in a sense of like trying to understand it. Like, what does this connection mean? Why is this person in my life? How come all of a sudden I have such deep emotions for somebody that I've only ever known in passing, or only ever interacted with here and there? And I think that's the confusing part for both of you. It's like understanding like, okay, this is somebody that I've known for a while, and we're kind of like, oh, that's the homie, like, you know, they're cool, like, you know, like we chat every now and then, but then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, why do I have such deep feelings for this person all of a sudden? And now I think you're both like, okay, wow, like this is not at all what I thought it was. And yeah, because it's the Two of Cups. Here it is, it's the Two of Cups. I just like doing readings like that because I think it's funny when because I kind of see the cards every now and then. I'm like, oh, hope that's the card that comes out. I'm like, oh, there it is. Because this is a beautiful soul connection. That's what you guys are recognizing. It's like I'm like having this weird, almost dissociative moment when I'm watching myself read, and I'm like, okay, am I going to do the thing where like I just pull and I talk about what happens, because I just enjoy that when I watch my readings. But this is good energy, guys. This is really beautiful soulmate vibing energy. This is something where I think you both are now in this space of like accepting the connection. You're like, okay, I'm going to let go of this mental burden. This could just be burdens with work. I honestly feel like this has a lot to do with how busy you've both been. I think as you get older, I mean, naturally you're going to be busy. You have to work, and that's just kind of how life goes. And so I feel like that's kind of what's been holding this connection back for a little bit. But you now are both realizing, okay, this is like actually something I want to invest in here, right? We do have these Seven of Cups though. And so I feel like that's the change of perspective, right? That's the change of perspective we're seeing here. And I kind of feel like that's why this conversation is going to be coming in. The energy coming out in the daily was kind of giving your person a chance to come forward. I feel like this is something where they may have already come forward to you in the past. It could be a masculine energy that we have with the Knight of Swords. This could be somebody that you have been dealing with. Maybe they made a move, you made a move, and now you're both kind of like not sure which way to go. So let your person have their space. Give them the space they need to work through these burdens. Let them do the stuff they have to do, understanding that these feelings are mutual, right? The Two of Cups is a mirroring energy as well. You're both mirroring each other. You want this new beginning with each other. It's like you want to take this to the next level, but you just kind of have to give it time, okay? We're going to get one more pull. Bottom of the deck though, we did have the Princess of Swords. So Page of Swords, kind of keeping their distance, watching at a distance, talking, maybe asking friends about you, asking, you know, coworkers, whatever it is, just trying to get a deeper understanding of, you know, who and what. But it is counterpart energy, right? Because we did have the Knight of Swords. So we got the Knight and the Page. This is going to be a very beautiful newness here for you guys. It is counterparts. You can take that as you like. We're not going to tap too much into that, but we're going to do a final pull. We already got a card coming out. Yeah, man. It's going to be nice, man. We got the Eight of Wands already. Let's pull some more cards, though. Let's just see what any other messages, Spirit, for this, for collective and their person. Okay, we do have the Two of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, letting go of the balancing. I feel like you're now It's letting go of the juggling. I feel like juggling between just work and life balance is kind of what's kept this relationship stagnant. And that's what we were talking about. The stagnancy that in the last reading came from you both being so overburdened and busy with life. But a lot of the times, Spirit and the universe will step in and allow you guys a little bit of time and space to be able to connect. And I feel like that's what's going to be coming up here for you. Okay? Because the cards that we do have a little stack. So we're doing another story time. I have to do a little peek because I want to show you guys what's coming up, because then I get excited to show you because it's a nice card. So Nine of Wands, holding a torch for the relationship, understanding that you both still want this, even if you guys haven't been interacting as much. I think you're both developing deeper feelings for each other, more so I would say tapping into and exploring those feelings now that you have acknowledged. It's like you've acknowledged them as in like individually, and now you want to come together to explore those to deepen the relationship. Okay, because we do have the Five of Pentacles, and I feel like this could be, you know, being left out in the cold, but it often is not always that. This can be financial loss, this can be losing something, this can be the fear of losing this relationship, which I feel like is why the Nine of Wands is here. It's understanding that like this whole burdensome energy, being so busy with work and stuff that we've been seeing, has been putting this relationship in this Five of Pentacles space. But I feel like it's kind of been like this for a while, and I think that's kind of why you guys are both in this energy of like not wanting to lose this relationship. This is just like a mutual, like, I don't want to lose this person. We've spent enough time together and apart for me to realize that I really don't want to lose this person. I would very much like to invest in this relationship, even if that means taking things slowly, which is what we have seen, right? Because we do have the Nine of Wands, okay? This is just that passionate energy, man. I feel like this person is really wanting to ride forward, ride in, really come in quickly. And I mean, we had the Knight of Swords, we have the Knight of Cups, we even had the Page of Cups, or excuse me, the Nine of Wands, and we even had the Page of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So there's a lot. There's the commitment that we're seeing with the Ten of Pentacles. There is the, like, it's like everything that you would want, that you've been trying to manifest is here. It's like you have the communication with the Swords. You have the emotions with the Cups we've seen. You have the passion with the freaking Nine of Wands. And you have the commitment here with the Queen of Pentacles that we got and the Ten of Cups. And so this is just like ultimate wish fulfillment for you right now. But it's understanding that just because it doesn't look the way you thought it would does not mean that it is not here. It is being smart enough and self-aware enough to see it for what it is and being willing to take the chance on it, trusting that it is going to lead to that. Again, the starting slow, incremental steps, building up. It's like a build-up is happening, right? And this is what I'm seeing here with this kind of hermit phase. You guys, it's like the relationship itself has been in a hermit phase, and you're going to now be coming out of that hermit phase. It's realizing that like these small interactions you've had here and there have been serving the purpose of helping you both grow. Because it's like, given that you were both likely involved with other people, which is what we've seen, it's giving you both the time to really connect as friends. It's giving you the time to really understand this person on a level that you would not have been able to, where you just have just like jumped right into this Knight of Wands. Like I feel like a lot of relationships, especially karmic relationships, they will often start like that. They're very just super passionate, and you just like jump all in, and it's like moving really fast, and it's like, okay, that's all great and good, but always not so great when you're trying to form a long-lasting commitment with somebody. And I feel like that's why things have moved the way they have moved, because it's allowing you both to really understand yourselves and each other and now see the worth of the connection, okay? Because we have the Lovers, and that's why I got excited, because we have gotten the Two of Cups, we have gotten the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Lovers. So this is a beautiful, divine soulmate connection, guys. This is something that I think you've been praying for a long time. It's just, again, being self-aware enough to understand that that is what this is, and maybe just let go of some of the anxieties that you may be feeling, okay? But it's mutual energy here, because it's like this is what's going to be coming in. It's going to be moving very quickly. Once things do get started, it's going to move quickly, right? Because you've had that time to move slow. You've had that time to evaluate the relationship, and now, because of that, the polarity of that is going to be moving quickly. It doesn't necessarily mean moving too fast, and if you feel like it is moving too fast, you know, be honest and speak up about it. Be honest with your emotions. But if you really want this relationship, it's here for you. You just got to take the time to acknowledge it and understand that it's going to move at a different pace, and it's not always going to be the same pace, and realizing this is something very, very beautiful being brought into your life, guys. I'm really happy for you. This is a really good reading. We're going to close out the energies though, because I have about like 3.5 minutes for the reading cuts. This is a great reading. I'm really, really enjoying this reading today. Much better than the energies that we were pulling on before, mostly because I think I was just in an anxious space, but I'm feeling a lot more peaceful. So let's go ahead and just tap in, close out. Tapping in, closing out, out. Magical spell cards. Okay, yeah, so bottom of the deck, success. Card 12 boiling down to a 3, balance, building. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity, right? So I feel like your person has a lot of integrity. This is somebody who respects you. They respect your energy, and they respect this relationship. They respect love, right? And I feel like that's kind of what you're both mirroring, is you both understand the importance of respect and integrity in a connection in order for it to be successful. And I feel like that is what is happening right now. This little bit of kind of like here and there, this and that, you know, tit for tat, not even tit for tat, but just the mirroring, the equal energy exchange has been grown from a place of integrity and understanding that in order for this to be successful, you both have to maintain your authenticity and integrity in this connection, right? First card out, romance. Card 23, boiling down to a 5, changes. It says, romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. You're going to be entering a very romantic phase of this relationship. And I feel like, again, that's because you were able to take the time to focus on your own personal success. And by doing so, you're aligning with somebody else who also wants the same things you do. And it just looks like this is going to be a really beautiful time for you both, entering a beautiful romantic phase of this relationship. Yeah, dude. Card joy says 16 boiling down to a 7. That goes back to the 7 of Pentacles that we got, the investing and the harvesting, right? It says, as I do will, so mote it be, let joy and light radiate from me. So again, we have romance, and we have joy, and we have success. Okay, I feel like this is going to be a very joyous time in your life. It's like you're entering the golden age of your relationship. I don't want to say like the golden age, like it can never happen again, but you're entering a new phase of relationships and love with somebody who wants the same things, right? That's what it feels like to me. And then you have imagination, right? Card 41, boiling down to a 5, more changes. Imagination now sets me free, divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. I'm not sure what else I can say, guys. I mean, we're going to pull one more for you, though. Hold on. Under that, it says card 37, boiling down to a 10. I can definitely do math. To a 10, which is, you know, completion, boiling down to a 1, new beginnings. Let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about, okay? We're going to close that out here for you with these cards. It's like, look, man, I don't know how else to put it for you guys. You guys are entering a very, very abundant, joyous, romantic phase of this relationship. This is something where I think you both have been wanting this as individuals for so long. Just, you know, imagine it. Think of a future. Manifest that future with your person. If you really do want this with them, it is here. Just take your time with it, man. Be authentic and just understand that this is a very fertile time for you both. So if you don't want to get pregnant or don't have any babies, like, take precautions, of course. But I feel like this is a fertile phase for your relationship to enter a new phase of success. So like I said, man, enjoy that. That is really beautiful energies, guys. Personal readings, email in the description, jstarotservice, where you tap into these on a regular. Something that we've been talking about. These readings are really just an extension of those. But thank you all so much for watching, man, for your comments, for your likes.